Hi, everyone. This is Susan Rosenbaum, and I am really excited about meeting with three of our service site coordinators today to learn more about what we do as Houston Junior Forum members with the service sites all over the greater Houston community. So let me introduce our service site coordinators, our participants, and then we'll hear a little bit more. So with me today is Jane Kochman, Paula Howe, and Carolyn Staples. And thank you, Jane. We'll start with you. So tell us a little bit about the service site for which you're the coordinator. How long have we been working there? How did we get involved?
My service site is Amazing Place. And Amazing Place is a day facility for Alzheimer's patients. They also have a dual role, though, because not only do they provide activities and meals for the attendees, but they also provide caregiver education and support. So it's kind of a dual mission. But what I do is I go over there and I interact with, we call them participants. We don't call them patients or clients or whatever, we call them participants. And I'm there from 8 to 9:30, and I am with them during coffee talk, which is they come in, we give them something to drink, we find them a place at a table, and they start chatting. And really, it's I've been doing that for gosh, I think 5 years. I think this was my 5th year, although this year, obviously we didn't have any one-on-one interaction, but I became involved because of Marilyn McDowell. She had gone over there and she had served as service site coordinator, and she had volunteered, and I just went over and I fell in love with the place. It's just the people are delightful. It's fun. It really is. What else would you like to know, Susan?
Oh, let's start with that. So thank you so much. And Paula, let's move to you. And please tell us, where have you been overseeing what the Houston Junior Forum does?
Well, I've been the coordinator for the Houston Food Bank for 3 years now. And the Houston Food Bank is the largest food bank in the United States based on distribution. And it's a critical part of Houston, as we especially saw during COVID and during this recent debacle with the weather. And it began in 2011, 2012 as an outreach location, and then became a service site. And what we do is we have about just four or five services a year, just on a Saturday morning at the Port Wall facility, and we take part in various activities, sorting food, packing boxes, various things. It's a very good workout. Of course, we didn't do anything in person in 2020, but we did raise over $3,400 for them. And at least half of that, or at least part of it, was matched 3-to-1 by Chevron in December. That was good. And I think we're a pretty small group, but I still think we make an important contribution, and I think we will continue to do it. There are other things we can try to do. I looked into them, but they didn't work out for last year. But one thing, they contacted me and lots of others about our service, and they were going to start, posting pictures on their wall periodically. So I sent something in a few months ago, and I just got a notice that our picture is on there. I posted one of 8 of us volunteering about a year ago in one of the refrigerated areas. So we all have heavy coats on. And, it's on the wall with lots of other pictures of women volunteers for Women History Month. So, but I put a statement on it, which I think kind of sums up our volunteer work. We love the camaraderie we feel with everyone helping with whatever task assigned for such a great cause. We laugh a lot and are always exhausted in a good way at the end of our shift. It is wonderful to see how many come to help. So I think that sums up how how we feel about it. You know, we're a small group, but we sure do a good job and we have fun doing it.
Absolutely. Thank you. I've joined you on it. So Carolyn, please talk about your service site.
Well, I've been the coordinator for Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels of Greater Houston. I accepted the position as coordinator last year, and just as soon as I did that, COVID hit and I've not been able to do anything. I have big plans for when we can physically get together again. But what they mainly do is provide prepared, nutritious, home-delivered meals and assistance to homebound seniors and disabled adults in 5 counties: Houston, Galveston, Montgomery, Liberty, and Chambers, every day. Now, during the pandemic, what they had been doing is delivering once a week frozen meals. And they have been utilizing their staff, and they have about 100 part-time, full-time delivery drivers and administrative staff. And they've been using them so that they would not have to lay off any of their employees to do what us volunteers. And they have approximately 4,000 volunteers, of which we are a part, that go. And what we've done many a times, I've started doing it 3 years ago when I joined the forum and have enjoyed it, bagging groceries, putting things together. We've also taken big, large quantities of dog food and cat food and put that into smaller containers so that they will have something to give their pets and not share their meals with them. We've also make cards, birthday cards. Our group, this is one thing we did last year. We did Valentine cards, just any kind, just to let the people know that they're being thought of and cared about and that we love them, and gave us something to do even though we weren't physically there. Hopefully, we'll be more physically involved this coming year.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So Jane, how have Houston Junior Forum members been involved? Has it been with these coffee conversations, as you mentioned?
Well, yeah, there's several ways to become involved. You can volunteer just with the participants, and there are a lot of, if you have a skill, you know, if you can teach art, or if you want to come in with a presentation, a travel log or something, you know, there are all kinds of opportunities to interact with the participants. But this year, because we had no participants, they have started doing meal pickup. So we have forum members who have worked there. I think the shifts are 2 hours at lunchtime, and they facilitate actually getting a prepared meal out to the car, to the person picking it up. So we've had a lot of involvement that way. They also have parties, you know, we've helped with their Friendsgiving program, and we've stuffed goodie bags and things like that.
That's great. That's great. Do we have any idea when they might open up again?
Well, they're talking about limited, and I don't know what limited means yet, but sometime in April.
Fantastic.
So, and they have a great chef there, and the meals are just, I walk in the kitchen and everything is just gorgeous. And so, you know, it's really nice that they keep him employed and he can be delivering, or, you know, providing those meals for us to.
That's great. That's great. Thank you. Paula, what do you hear from the food bank? When can we, I'm not sure I'm going to get in the freezer with you, but when can we look forward to helping again?
Well, I'm hoping to schedule a service in April.
Great.
They've certainly had a lot of volunteers there, but we, you know, in kind of surveying the people in our group, most people didn't feel comfortable going out there because there's so many volunteers. I mean, hundreds, especially Saturday morning. We didn't want to try to mingle with all of them. So that's what we're planning. I hope that I'm going to pass this on to someone else next year, but I hope that maybe we can do more. Might be other days, or, you know, you can go out on your own and volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is good. And you can take family members and get credit. So there's a lot we can do. It's just such a wonderful organization. And I love seeing it when Biden and his wife were there last month, and there was Joe Biden in there doing some of the things that we do.
That's great. Thank you. Carolyn, what are our thoughts for Interfaith Ministries? When are they going to be ready for us?
Well, I have not scheduled anything yet, but I'm told that in the past, what we usually do is schedule 2 events per quarter for volunteering. And if they need more, I will be glad to do it monthly if they want, because we've been allocated Thursdays, I believe, that is our day to go. So I'll just pick a couple of Thursdays and send out a sign-up Genius sheet and let everyone get started. I'm sure as soon as we're into delivering regular groceries again and not having to provide the frozen ones for a week at a time, and as other people may have feel more comfortable going to do that and actually getting the meals and being able to inquire and help the people receiving them, just to know that people care and to kind of do a health assessment and let them know that, hey, you do need to take care of this, or we want to help you. But we'll get something scheduled for this quarter.
That's great. Oh, this is exciting. I think all of us are ready to be out volunteering again, or at least more than what we've been able to do for this past year. And these 3 organizations are fantastic ones, which the Houston Junior Forum serves. So thank you so much for what you do. It's wonderful, and look forward to seeing you out there working alongside you. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a
Thanks,
good
Susan.
Susan.